We're into the exciting part of the season now as we're getting midweek Champions League games. The excitement continues this weekend with a chance to win $50,000. Hey there, everybody. Welcome on into this episode of Winning Bets. I'm your guy, Jason Mattis, as always. This is one of the free fantasy games that we play, and it's over on the NBC Sports Predictor app where we can win $50,000. They give you 5 games. You got to correctly predict the result and the score for all 5 games. They take home that $50,000 prize. If nobody can do it, they'll still split a guaranteed $1,000 prize to the group of people that can get the most points right. And to go along with that money, I'm also putting up $25 each and every single week. Let's see, reveal who won last week. As you guys can see right there, we had a 3-way tie with 32 points. We had Landon M. We had Joe, who is apparently a 49ers fan. Go 49ers. They look like they were going to be pretty good this season. And they also had Eden come in there with 32 points. So that means money actually rolls over to next week. Whenever we have 3 or more people tie with the top score, we roll that $25 into next week. So that means this week we got $50 up on the line. That's going to be big and exciting for somebody to go ahead and take home that $50 prize. The 3 of them that got with those 32 points, though, they all did it with different entries. That was really cool to see. When you click on their score, they all correctly predicted 2 games, right? But it was different 2 games. So just good to see 32 points come out a different variety kind of way. So we'll roll that $25 over onto this week, and we'll see who can win it this week. How did I do last week? Well, I got 26 points. Another good showing by me. I got all 5 games right. I got 1 correct score right. I got that Chelsea game right. 3-0 up over Aston Villa is what I got right there. So, all right, so big week for us. We're competing for $50,000. We're also competing for $50 of my money. Let's go on into these games and break them down. All right, so the first one here is Manchester City versus Southampton. I mean, what's there really to say about this match, guys? I mean, it's Manchester City. Who is ever betting against Manchester City? You got to be really, really brave to bet against Manchester City, and I don't think Southampton is the right team to be brave against and say that, they'll get a result up against Manchester City. I know they're playing midweek up against in Champions League on Wednesday. That has no bearing on me, really. This Manchester City squad is really deep, and they're starting to get their players back. You see De Bruyne, you see Foden starting to come back into the squad. So a healthy squad and a deep squad. No concerns really for me. Southampton, meanwhile, they're going to be without their number 9, Armstrong. He's going to be down for this game. At the time of doing this recording, it also looks like Shane Long could be out. He's got an illness. And also Theo Walcott is a little bit questionable going into this game. So they're not as deep as obviously Manchester City. So if they don't have an Armstrong, a Shane Long, a Walcott, that's going to hurt their attacking prowess going forward right there. I know Southampton pulled off a shock 1-0 win against City a couple years back, but since then City has won the last 2 head-to-head games by a combined 6-2 score. It'll be something around there. This game's at the Etihad. I'm going to go ahead and say Manchester City wins the game 3-0. Look, again, it's at the Etihad. They just don't concede goals. So far, they've only conceded 1 goal this season. I don't think Southampton is going to be a team that can get one by them on the road. So give me a 3-0 win for Manchester City. The next one we got here is Aston Villa versus Everton. Look, Everton is not a team I would want to play right now. I mean, they're just looking really good up over Rafa Benitez. They're strong defensively. They're nice and compact. And then they're really good going forward. They got some really good, attacking players. I know they haven't played like a top squad, but they're doing what they should against other, teams in the Premier League, which is racking up points and getting 3 points for most of the time. Seems like there's maybe something a little special, going on with Everton up under Rafa Benitez. So, they're down 1-0 to Burnley. Then they get 3 goals in like 12 or 13 minutes with a stunner there from Andrew Townsend. So, yeah, keep an eye on Everton. They're just not a club I would want to play right now. Villa, if we look at them, they looked really good last week against Chelsea, at least from a first half perspective. I thought they were in that game. They may have been down 1-0, but I thought they competed really well in that first half. Second half was kind of a different story. I think Chelsea their dominance took over in that second half. So, but at least they competed, at least for 45 minutes up against a team that, going into it, they weren't really going to have a chance to win. They didn't have Buendia, they didn't have Martinez, so. But this is maybe one where they can feel a little confident. The last 4 head-to-heads against Villa, or against Everton, I should say, Villa's gotten 2 wins and 2 draws. This is a different Villa team, though. Obviously, they don't have Jack Grealish, and I still think they're still searching to find that that playmaker and that attacker on a game in, game out base, somebody who they can consistently lean on each and every single Premier League week. Meanwhile, for Everton, it's going to be Richarlison. He's going to have to lead the line. You've got no Calvert-Lewin. Although you may be getting James back. He may be able to make his season debut this weekend there up against Villa. So we'll just have to see if he can get fit by the end of the weekend. I think this was going to be cagey. I've got Everton winning this game 1-0. I think it's going to be nice and low scoring. I think Everton has more of the quality. I think Rafa Benitez will go ahead and give up possession here on the road and let Villa do it. But I just don't know if Villa has a lot to punish Everton right now. So I've got Everton winning this game 1-0. If we move over now, we got West Ham versus Manchester United. Manchester United has won the last 3 head-to-heads up against West Ham. One of those was in the FA Cup. They got no Antonio for West Ham. I think that's going to hurt them a little bit right here, missing their number 9. I know they have Fornals and they have Bowen. They can maybe cause Manchester United some problems. I just don't know if they can maybe cause enough problems against a, generally speaking, good, Manchester United, defense. And they're going to want to come out. They're obviously going to want to bounce back after a disappointment there in midweek in Champions League in Switzerland. Maybe not entirely their fault going down 10 men, but fact is, they didn't get a result when they were up 1-0 at that time. So yeah, they're going to be out for blood. They're going to be looking to, come back and put in, really good, strong performance here against West Ham. But we've seen West Ham at home play really good defensively. We know Manchester United can play good defensively. 2 good squads that really know how to, get their shape intact. I think this is going to be low scoring as well. I'm going to double down on that 1-0 scoreline I just gave you guys and say Manchester United wins this game 1-0 right there for 1-0 United. The next one we got here is Brighton versus Leicester. Look, Brighton are ahead of Leicester in the table. How about that? That's a little shocking. How about that? Brighton is ahead of Leicester, albeit by 3 points, but still they're above them up in the table right there. I think for Brighton, you could be catching Leicester at a good point. I mean, they're coming off a Thursday. At the time of this recording, this game hasn't happened, but they'll have coming off a Thursday night game up against Napoli up in Europa League. So have to look to see it could be just a really good spot, for Brighton to go ahead and come at this Leicester team. I don't know if I'd really want to pick a winner in this game, and the odds books kind of reflect that both of these teams. The money line is plus 175. So yeah, and I kind of, when I was thinking about maybe who to pick in this game, you got Leicester coming off the Europa League, you got Brighton at home. The one thing I am confident is I do think both teams could find the back of the net. Brighton at home, they'll play attacking football, wanting to get a positive result in front of their home crowd. In Leicester, they have good attacking pieces going forward, obviously in Vardy and Nacho, Tielemans, and what have you there. So in Madison, they've just got a lot of good players. I do think both teams will get the back of the net. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a scoreline of 1-1. That's how I'm going to see this one, but I'm not going to be too surprised if either one of these sides win 2-1. It's just not going to surprise me, but I'm going to go ahead and say 1-1 in this fixture. Then the last one we got here is we got Tottenham versus Chelsea. Could Tottenham look any worse than they did last week against Palace? And I'm not talking about, what happened after that red card. I'm talking about what happened leading up to that red card. Watch that game. Harry Kane, I don't even know if he touched the ball in the first half, except for when he was dropping back in the CDM position and picking it up, kind of like how he does. I don't even know if he got maybe a whole touch in the penalty in the penalty box that whole game. Tottenham looked really, really bad. No Son. Don't know if he's going to play in this game. It's a little bit too early to tell, at least from things that I've kind of looked into. But no Son is obviously hurting that team. At least it did against Palace. Boy, did they look absolutely bad. But they're going to be at White Hart Lane, so that'll certainly help. But you're going up against Chelsea. This isn't Crystal Palace, folks. This is the team that just lifted that Champions League trophy last week, and a team that we think will be competing for the title all the way up until the end. The one thing I do feel confident in this game is under 2.5. I think this will be low scoring. Under 2.5 is hitting 3 of the 4 Tottenham games. The game it didn't hit was the past one against Palace, where they were reduced down to 10 men. We know under 2.5 hits a lot in Chelsea games. It hit in their last game midweek against Zenit in Champions League when they win 1-0. So I do think it'll be low scoring, but Chelsea's just way more the better team right now from all 11 positions. And then also, from an attacking and defensive standpoint, I like everything about Chelsea right now. So I'm going to go ahead and say Chelsea wins this game 2-0. Chelsea will win this game 2-0. Hey guys, if you were interested in placing any real sports bets on any of these 10 Premier League games, On Thursdays at 12 p.m. Central or 12 p.m. Eastern time, I host a show called Between the Posts with my good friend Matt. We talk about all 10 of these games. It's obviously already happened this week, but you can go ahead and check out that recording. Go ahead and obviously find it there on my YouTube page, and we break down all 10 of these games together, and we give you leans and picks for all 10 of these games. So maybe that'll help you even with these 5 games. Maybe you can hear Matt's opinion as well on what he thinks, what could go on with these 5 games. Otherwise, guys, of course, I always wish you good luck on your picks. Hit that like button on your way out. I would greatly appreciate it if I was helped you on one of these picks. Otherwise, guys, we'll see you back here on the next contest. That was a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and good luck with your picks. If interested in placing real sports bets, then check out my latest daily free sports betting video in the bottom right corner. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next contest.